Hi there. It's Lory MacDonald here from Artfest Ontario. We're again live doing our special event for the month of October. And as you know, we're here because we can't be in person at our event. So we're trying to stay connected to all of our friends and fans and the artists in the community that we normally are involved with. So welcome to day 2 of our event. So we're on again tomorrow at 2 o'clock, so hope you can join us again. And I've got lots of things planned for today as usual. And with I've got an interview with GripStir, Timothy Hellum, that we did earlier on. I'm going to play a bit of that. And featuring some artists as well. Coming up, I'll get Jackie Bassett and OlgaG knits. I'm talking about Olga today. And other people that have had, just added some new products to the shop, which is great. So I don't know if you've been on our new shop yet, but we're pretty excited about the new Artfest shop. It's been a big endeavor, bigger than I ever quite imagined, but I'm so proud of it. And it's, in my opinion, it's, you know, if I was shopping, I'd be going there, that's for sure. But I'm partial to the artist's work for sure. So welcome. So we've been having an online contest going for the last week or so, and lots of people have signed up for it and registered for the event. So we have selected a winner, and I wanted to announce that today. So and the winner is Marianne from Marianne. I need to become Marianne from Kingston, and she's been coming to Artfest events in the past and was at our GripStir show last year. So congratulations, Marianne. I'm going to call you and see if we can catch you on the phone. Let's just see if this can work and see if I can get a hold of you. You got a phone number here, so might as well try it. If not, we'll leave a message. Sure, got the right number here. Let's see if we can get a hold of Marianne. It's ringing. Oh, hi, Marianne. It's Lory MacDonald calling from Artfest Ontario. I hope you're well. We're live on Facebook right now, and I'm just calling to let you know that you were the winner of the $100 Artfest Dollar Prize. So congratulations, and thanks for entering our draw. And I know you've been at our event before at Christmas as well, so that's awesome. And you can give me, I'll send you a coupon after a show, and you can start shopping. So, and spend $100 on the store with whoever you want, and Artfest will cover that for you. So I will call you back. Okay, take care. Bye. There we go. So Marianne wasn't available, obviously, but hopefully she will get my message. So that's great news. So congratulations, Marianne. So the Artfest dollars, I don't know if I have one here sitting around. I don't know where they are. Anyway, I thought maybe I could show you. But the Artfest dollars are a fun promotional thing that we do at all of our events. So people can win them and go shopping at the artists' booths normally at their booth. And then the artists come back to me, and we give them the money. So it's a promotion that we do as a part of our advertising and promotion campaign. It's been really successful, and people love it. So we've had lots of winners over the years, and they can shop at any artist booth they want to. So, and in this case, anybody on our Artfest shop. So that's great to know. And we also just set up on the shop the ability to buy gift cards. So that's new as well. I wasn't sure how that was all going to work, but I was able to set that up. And so, well, you can actually buy a gift card on our shop if you don't know for sure, you know, what you want to get, or if you want to buy a gift, you're not sure that if the person would love, you know, what size, what color. I know it's hard to buy art sometimes for somebody. So you could give them a gift card instead for the Artfest shop. So that's another great feature. And they're available in different denominations. So right up to, from I think it's $25 right to $250. So you can do that. So that's another great feature on the shop. So, and I'll show you that actually later as we go along. So today we're going to talk about a couple of new features on the shop that I just added. One was on the front, on the main front page. I've added, what I thought might be helpful for people that are coming back over and over again to see our shop. So I'm going to take you on a little bit of a tour over there. Share my screen here. Oops, hang on. Get my buttons right. There we go. So you should be able to see that now. So here on, this is the Artfest shop at shop.artfestontario.com. And so these are new items in the shop. So what I thought I would do to make it fun for people to come back over and over again is every time something new gets added into the shop, then they can go and check out this section and see what's new and what's been added. So we've got all kinds of beautiful things here. So yesterday I talked a little bit about merganser furniture, beautiful handmade woodcraft. Oh my God, his stuff is, like I said yesterday, the craftsmanship is just absolutely outstanding. So Brett's got beautiful wooden vases and tables and end tables and coffee tables and other special things there too. So have a look at that if you want. And Urban Nest Decor, again, I talked about Robin yesterday. Really cute stuff for not just kids, but this is, I just love this picture. This is a perfect urban nest decor. I thought that was such a great little, looks like a little nest there for a little kid or a little girl or a little boy, whatever. But you can buy, these are the pieces here on her wall that they create, really beautiful illustrations. You can customize most of them with a name, which is really a great feature. And you can, get things for kids, girls, boys, babies, and adults as well. And then Helena, of course, I always love Helena's work, her clothing, because I've actually got several of Helena's pieces. I just love her things. In fact, when she comes to Kingston event, well, even in Toronto, the ladies come flock to her booth because you can, her stuff's very reasonable, and it goes with everything, and it's always fashionable. You can, you can throw in anything, so you can buy. Like, usually people buy more than one, and I know that I've done that myself. But she has a special on this weekend as well, so you can buy anything. If you spend over $100, you get 20% off. So that's basically getting two wraps for $40-50. That's a great deal. And then this is new. This is Studio Degas. I'm just going to take you over here because I wanted to show you. This is a really cool product. She makes her jewelry out with resin, but I want to show you this. These are actually, she's put tea leaves in resin and made these beautiful herbal teas. So this is called Afternoon Tea Pendant. So jasmine and green teas, hibiscus and rose petals are a few of the colorful ingredients that inspire our unique afternoon tea themed handmade creations. Herbal teas and resin designed in one-of-a-kind jewelry. Each piece comes with a sterling silver chain. So it's a really, really beautiful product. I've never seen anything like this before. So good for them getting something new and exciting. So this is different sizes. So she's got different shapes. She's got, I'll just show you this picture here. So she's got a teardrop shape, a round with a little piece hanging in the middle, like an oval, a square, and then this beautiful oval shape. But also what's really nice with the way she does it, when you buy these from her, she has beautiful packaging. So you get, you can do a gift card and you get a beautiful little box and a beautiful sack little presentation, beautiful gift idea. So very, very, very reasonable, this product. And, for $45 or $46. And you also get to choose what size chain you want. 14, 16, 18, or 20, all sterling silver. So that's a great gift idea, all packaged nicely. So good for her to get this all set up like this. So it's just a whole nice presentation. So that's one of the things about buying online, right? How do you show these things? But yeah, so that's just gonna go back to my home page here. So I love that new product. I'm a tea drinker, so maybe that's why I love it so much. Maybe we should get her to do a gourmet coffee one, but that wouldn't be as exciting. But if she could put coffee beans in there, maybe not coffee grounds, wouldn't be very attractive. But and then we have over here Heidi Colburn. I'll go to Heidi Colburn for a minute. Heidi is an artist from Kingston area. She does abstract paintings. I'm just going to go to her collection here. Where is she here? Hang on for a sec. Colburn art. I guess I'm just going right to that product. Hang on here. I want to go to her actual, here we are. It's all right. So Heidi's a fairly new artist. I did an interview with her in the summer, I guess, for the Kingston show, but lovely young woman, paints the palette knife, which is really challenging. I personally have tried it myself, but lots of color, got really great abstract pieces. And she really just paints from the heart. She just paints whatever she feels. So I find that I really admire that in an artist's work, to be able to do that, without getting too, hung up on trying to draw things perfectly, whatever. Just paint what you feel. And these paintings are energetic and fantastic color. So good for Heidi. And then she just sold a piece yesterday. So that was good to see that she sold that piece on our shop. So that's Heidi Colburn. That's Colburn Art. So you can have a look at her stuff. And I'm just going to go back down here, because as you know, with many of the artists this weekend, they're doing special deals. And that's the case with Sue Caron here. Now, Sue is a painter who's had a number of challenges in her life. I think I've written about it a little bit in her story, but I'll just actually stop my share here for a second and just tell you a little bit about Sue Caron. Sue Caron is actually the twin sister of a really good friend of mine, Judy McWilliams, and lovely ladies. And Sue had a terrible health challenge. I guess it's been it's a couple of years now, but she had out of the blue, she's a young woman too, had a stroke and just, completely wiped her out and lost the use of her dominant side, her right side. So she had to actually, and she's an artist, she just draws and paints all the time. So she was just crushed by this. And what she did was she's such a positive attitude. She totally just switched to the other side of her other hand and started from scratch and had to learn how to do everything all over again with her left hand. So kudos to Sue. And her motto was never give up, because there's lots of times that she really wanted to give up. I can't imagine that kind of journey myself. I know some of our listeners here have probably been through similar things, or know somebody who has, or been working with somebody who has. So kudos to you for sticking it out, because it's not an easy thing to do. But Sue has done some great paintings, and she just sent me this new product again. I'll just take you back over to the screen to show you. So she created this series of masks, and it's called Hidden Identity. And what her comment is, the masks were done at a point in my treatment where I felt invisible. Not the doctors and nurses only saw the problem, not the person behind the mask, which was me. So she really felt, disconnected. But these are beautiful masks, and she's got them nicely mounted in a white frame here. So those are some of her new items on here. And she's also got, there's the one in black, and she does an acrylic pour technique. I don't know if you know what that is, but basically it's tricky to actually, it sounds easy to just paint and pour it on, dump it on top, but it's not an easy thing to actually make it look good. Otherwise it looks like a mess. But you mix the acrylic paints with mediums, and you mix the colors in so that they're kind of partially mixed, and you pour and you manipulate it, in a pleasing way. So it's not an easy thing to do, but she's really mastered it nicely. So then I'll just go over. She has one more design here, this beautiful turquoise color. It's really, really pretty, mounted in there. So there you go. And so you can add all these things into your cart if you want to do some shopping. So down here, you can also see that she's done these, it's called Final Revival. I'm going to take you over to see those products. But she had a whole collection of old records and vinyl records that were scratched and ruined, and was going to throw them away. But being creative, she said, wait a second, maybe I can repurpose these and use them in my artwork. So she's created a bunch of these pours on records, and again mounted them in these beautiful boxes. But the thing that's kind of neat is that as she was going through this process, I'm just going to go back to her collection, Sue, her main collection. So you, in our shop here, which is so great, you can actually go to type in anything here, and you can find what you're looking for. So it's a really powerful search. So here's Sue Caron here. But I just want to take you over to see these records, because as she started the process, and this is what happens when you're an artist and being creative. You mean you start one thing and then things just lead off into other ones. But first she started doing the pouring with the acrylic pour, but then she started carving them and adding them and doing really interesting things here. So here she is. She's created a whole clockwork idea here with small pieces. So she's carved these records. I mean, you know, so it's kind of like sacrilege in a way, because you think, oh my God, you know, who would want to wreck a record, right? But these records were beyond help. So don't worry about that. If you're a vinyl collector, don't, you know, sit there and cringe, because these were beyond help. You couldn't listen to them anymore. So that's what she uses, and it's really, really fun things that she does there. But she's got a discount on this weekend too. So her paintings, which I didn't even show you, but her paintings are all 20% off this weekend. And what a great way to support a local artist is purchasing art. Sue sure needs the sale, and not because she's, you know, anything else, but she just how artists make their living and get a beautiful piece of art. Her pieces are, some of her pieces are quite large, and she does acrylic pour, and they're gorgeous, the colors. Really, really beautiful when you see them in person. It's too bad you can't tell, I guess, a little bit, but I think the shop shows you a pretty good idea of what they look like. But so yeah, so I'm gonna go, how are we doing here? So I'm gonna go back over to our main page here. You see all these amazing pictures here on these squares. Each one of these is a special feature and deal that the artists have offered for the weekend. So there's lots to explore there. But I wanted to show you a couple other things here. So a couple other new items in the card. Here we are with North Country Candle. So North Country Candle is, she came on to our shop, I guess last month. And I talked about her last month as well, but she makes beautiful scented candles. And these aren't like, you know, the typical, you know, rose or, let me just get my share over here. I'll take you over here. Hang on for a second. I'll show you what I'm talking about. These aren't your typical scented candles. These are like hot apple pie and raisin butter tart and cinnamon bun and vanilla and chocolate chip cookie dough, and, you know, just, there's my favorite, raisin butter tart. This is my favorite one. But she's put together this one. It's called Thankful. This is a and it's a classic fall and Christmas piece. And she's, you know, got it nicely done in a nice little box as a gift. So I think that's a wonderful idea. And I know she's doing a fundraiser right now. So I think it's this one, every one that she sells, she is giving a donation of $5 to the Halton Women's Place, which is her area where she's living. So I think that's a pretty generous gesture. And so if you want to support women's initiatives, and then also buy a wonderful candle, and there's a nice little charm on it. There's lots of, you know, it's a great gift idea. So that's North Country Candle. So, and I wanted to take you over to show you Jackie Bassett. So Jackie Bassett is a collage artist, and I have a little video here of her. I'm just gonna get it up. Well, when I first met Jackie, she sent me this little video about how she actually makes her, hang on for a second here. My little window back over here. We don't need to see that. Here we go. And it's going to show, you can meet Jackie here and see what she's up to. Instead of me talking about it, you can tell you yourself. Here we go.
Hi there, Jackie Bassett here. Welcome to my studio, my little world. I'll tell you a bit about myself.
Whoops. Start again.
Hi there, Jackie Bassett here. Welcome to my studio, my little world. I'll tell you a bit about myself. It took me a long time to get here. I was on a very unhappy career path until I got pregnant about 20 years ago, and I promised myself I'd never go back to that path, and I never did. I decided to focus on my loves, which are antiques, books, thrifting, and flowers. So I began pressing flowers, making greeting cards, lots of door knocking at the stores, got myself into a few of those. And I started exploring incorporating the flowers into work with antique papers and decoupage. And that's when my focus really turned to the antique aspect of things. I am super lucky and have family in Paris with access to antique heaven, so I was able to amass a huge collection of papers. And here I'll show you my repurposed print work using those papers. And I also try to encourage zero waste. So for example, here I've thrifted these frames, and that shows how it looks in your space. Sneak peek into my latest work where I let my imagination go a bit, and I always love the idea of people out of time and space, and it's just a continual exploration and experimentation. So that's my story. Thanks for joining me. Cheers!
Here we go. So that's Jackie there. You got to meet her a little bit. I hope you could hear it okay. I don't know if you could or not. These are technical issues that we face when we're trying to do these events anyway. Let Marianne know if you can't hear that. I would like to know so I can turn up my volume here. I had it on full here, but just let her know there. And so collage is a really a fun medium to work in. I've done a little bit of myself, so I know the challenges of it. It's very challenging. It sounds like it's easy to just throw things together, but to make it look good and make it, a balance and really sing it, it's a very, very, very tricky. So what did I learn when I was doing it? And I went see it in Jackie's stuff too. Like less is more. Like, we tend to say, I love all these images, I want to put them all together. And sure enough, as you go the process, you start taking them out because you have to have a focus in the piece, and you want it to, then you really realize you have to have a story there, and you want to tell it, have a message. So you have to sort of take pieces out that don't really make sense. And then in the end, you can put together a pretty good story. So I'm just going to take you back over to the shop and show you some of her new pieces that she's sent me for the weekend. So here we are. This is the gramophone piece, is new. So if you're a Jackie Bassett collector, I know she sold one of these this morning. Really, really nice. So she takes these antique papers and then uses the images on top of them and then creates a story. So you get three collages when you buy her collection. So it's a pretty wonderful deal for $35. And then you can mount them as a set. You can mount them individually. You could give one away as a gift. There's lots of options you could do with them. And then what she does for her special is that she actually gives a special surprise gift. So if she knows you love this, then you're going to get a special surprise. So that's kind of neat. So then here's the other one here. Actually, I'm not sure if that one was on here before. Old school. Let's have a look at some other ones. Here's the Animal Gentleman. That one was on here before. This is one I love. If you're a collage collector, grab bag. So she is actually sharing a whole pile of her collage pieces. So, people out there that love to do collage, this is a great deal. $15. So buy one of her pieces, add it on, and add the grab bag on, and try it yourself. So you get a grab bag of all kinds of images here. So here she is. Antique paperback, over 30 pieces, mostly from Paris, perfect. For mixed media, art projects, scrapbooking, junk journals, art. Each kit will vary slightly, of course, because it's all different, but what a wonderful thing for her to share and for people to use. I think I'm going to be ordering one of those myself. So let's see what else she has going here. The Buddha. You're fine. Yes, we're fine. Become who you are, sing your own song. So these are write your own story. So wonderful, inspirational pieces. Here's one for the Shutterbug cameras. You love cameras. you know, the old-fashioned kind. Hoy photography sure has changed, isn't it, with all our cell phones. This is Fun with the Gnomes collection. This is showing her some of her whimsy. And you can see here, like she's, you know, kept the collages. Just really, like there's 4 pieces in here. You know, we'd be tempted to add a lot more to that piece, but you don't need to. The message is there. The message is there. I think that gnome might be in trouble with that little kitty cat. This is one of my favorite ones that she does here, the Roaring 20s. Beautiful images. I'd love to know where she gets these things. Oh my God. Here's some more of the 1800s collection. And it's so easy to order all these on our shop. Just click on the button and then away you go. Away you go. Alice in Wonderland, one of our favorite stories when we were kids. Lots of great memories there. Bluebirds. Maybe he was a bird lover. There you go. So you can see a lot there about from Jackie Bassett. So I encourage you to shop with her. She has free shipping on all her products and a great gift idea. So wanted to take you over to show you about OlgaG Knits. So OlgaG does all of our all of our real shows. And actually, maybe I'll just wait 1 second here. I just want to do one I think of the head on my list here. I just wanted to show you because talking about the online, the real shows, and I know we're online is great. It's, you know, we can be with you and share so much, but when you're at our events, it's a whole different energy. It's a magical experience. You know, I don't know how to describe it. If you've been to an Artfest event, it's special. I mean, all events are special, but I think Artfest has a really unique flavor to it. You know, the artists are all, you know, comrades, and you just feel like you're in this wonderful, wonderful community atmosphere. I mean, I don't, you know, take credit for making that all happen because there's a million things that go into it, not just, you know, me organizing it, but there's, you know, the artists coming from all over Ontario and Quebec from different places, bringing their different stories and their beautiful, beautiful displays and the different products. And we always have wonderful programming going on, like activities for people. That's one thing that I do take pride of, and that I personally believe that when people participate in things and do things hands-on, that it becomes a memorable experience, and it's such a rich experience, and we learn so much from it. Even if it's just a matter of entertainment, doesn't matter. You remember it, you know, when you do something special at an event. So we do have a lot of things going on at Artfest events, especially in Kingston. We got murals and poetry and live music and kids. So I thought I'd just do a little snippet here of a memory here. I'm going to bring it up onto our screen here so we can share it. And this one happens on Canada Day weekend, but what was so special about this year, like I've got, you know, we've been doing Artfest Kingston for 9 years. So we've got a lot of amazing stories there, but this was so special because we did a songwriting workshop, which with Hazel and David Wipper as the lead hosts. They're both musicians from Ontario musicians, and they've been doing events with Artfest for quite a while. They also live up near where I do near Creemore area. So they're great people, and they're always up for whatever my crazy idea that I throw at them. So this one was about having a songwriting workshop, and they rose to the challenge, right? So I'm just going to play the song that ended up coming out of it. So it was the song was a collaboration with them creating the music with some others, and also the lyrics came from the poetry tent and the poetry feature that weekend with Richard Dennison, because Robert Dennison. I mean, I'm just having I think it says at the end here. Anyway, sorry about that, but I'll get that name fixed in a second. Just want to make sure I got the right one. So I'm going to turn on the screen here and share it again and just play this. It's not a long little video, but it just goes to show you some of the things that we've created.
Oh, Canada, the wonder that you are. Oh, Canada, can we wish upon a star? Canada, we love you as you are.
There you go. Russell Dennison, sorry, not Robert. Russell Dennison wrote those lyrics for our music. Oh, I get hurt. I get upset when I see that video. Sorry. Silly. Take a deep breath. So, Marianne is, I think, is shared a link with you there. Sorry, I'm getting upset. Why? I don't know why. Jeez. Just a second. Silliness. Take a deep breath. So, anyways, I was going to talk to you about our next feature on our show. As I get my silly tears out of the way. Whoops. With back to our shop, back to our Artfest shop, which is what we're here for. Trying to do what we can for all the Artfest artists. Jeez. So I'm just going to go back over to our shop here. And like I was mentioning before, I wanted to take you to OlgaG Knits. And Olga does all of our shows. And she sent in a bunch of beautiful clothing here. And she's a lovely, lovely lady. She does all, you know, knit, mainly knit fabrics, but does some sewing as well. But I love her work and her clothing. It's very, very comfy, stylish. It's easy, simple pieces that you can wear and you can dress up and you can add belts and you can add necklaces and and you can layer them. Just this wonderful, wonderful pieces here. So I just wanted to feature Olga here and just show you some of her new things because she does lots of sweaters. But look at this beautiful boho dress here. I just love it. So comfy. And she has two versions of it. You got it in like a light tan brown and then a nice taupe color. And they're easy to care for, you know, you wash and dry and just cycle. So they're something you could wear like a million times with any kind of things. And then look at these beautiful sweaters she makes. This is called the Layla sweater. So it's just lovely, and it looks so great with a necklace and a belt and a skirt, and she sells skirts too, and she has lots of beautiful products on here. And so for her, she has a special on this weekend. She's just going to show you this beautiful, look at this, isn't that gorgeous? Great eye for color. When you see her booth too, it's like a rainbow of colors in all the knits. It's really, really, really nice. But she has a special gift this weekend. I'm going to see if I can find a picture of it for you to show you here. Go to the home shop. She has, here it is here. So just gonna, oh, I guess you can't see it there. But if you look at her badge on here, if you can see that here, she's giving away matching masks for your outfit. So really beautiful and nicely made. Like they're nicely fitted. They're nice soft fabric. They're a nice handmade mask by Olga if you buy something from her this weekend. So that's something that's a great idea, especially right now when we're having to do this crazy time. And the other person who added masks onto our shop is, I'm going to take you over here. So see how easy this is. If you type in Aerosmith leather, there we're gonna go up here. Lots of leather stuff here. It's Aerosmith. Here we go. But he's also done some handmade masks here. So these are, I actually have one. Oh, here it is here, I'll just grab it. You can show it to you when I get my screen back. But really nice solid fabric, handmade, and it's got like a barrier that's inside in one of the layers so that it protects you. So he's got a great selection here. You can see the detail here. They're really well made masks, and they withstand great, washing. And you wash it over and over again, it's not going to fall apart like a lot of them have been. I know if anybody's had to buy masks, it's easy like you're always buying masks all the time, right? But these ones are indestructible. So and it's got some nice fabrics and colors here. So that's what the inside looks like, and that's what the outside looks like. You can choose there. And they're $12, so it's a great price, and they're free shipping too, so which is great. And I know what I bought. I'm just going to show you here. I'll go to his other products because I bought, well, I didn't buy this, sorry. I received this as a gift from my partner Al for our anniversary. A beautiful stroll bag, which I just love it. It actually converts into a knapsack. And so I was asking, just, mentioning Al, like, oh, we're always out and about. I'm always carrying this big purse around. It'd be easy if I could just have like a little backpack thing, but I wanted it to be nice, and I wanted it to be so I could put, everything in there. So he found this in our shop and bought that for me for a present. So thanks, Al. That was nice to do. So I love it though, and I have it right here. So there's my beautiful, I know so you can see it back here. So a beautiful bag, and keeps weird showing it. I try to get in the camera there. There's the straps, and you can wear it as a knapsack. I love it. And this is also the mask that Ron sent me. So thanks, Ron, for that. Ron Tidrow sent that with my purse. So that was very generous of Ron to do that. So yeah, the Aerosmith, he's from Kingston area as well. And I was curious because we're getting people watching online from all over. That's what the magic of having things online, it really is people can watch us from all over Ontario and Quebec and everywhere. So I'm wondering, but we're getting a lot of people. Our biggest audience is in Southern Ontario, and I'm wondering, lots of people were watching from Kingston this weekend, and that's so great. You guys are winning as far as the number of people watching from the Kingston area. So thanks for doing that and thinking about us and staying connected with all of our artists, which is so important right now. So I have another couple people to talk about. Then I'm going to have another video with a GripStir, a little video with GripStir. So I'm just going to take you over to the shop for a second. I'm going to show you a couple more new things. Let's find this here. And go to her collection and then share my screen again. So EMA Designs, she does, so beautiful sewing, like bags and purses and jewelry pouches and everyday clutches. But what I wanted to show you was, where is all her stuff? I thought I had it on here. Maybe I don't. Let's try and find it. Maybe I didn't actually. Oh yeah, here it is. Here we go. You may design treasures. Okay, so she's which I was really excited that we have an artist on here that does quilting, because it's basically not something that happens too much. It's coming back in favor and with people. And she's doing quilted runners, and she's got some lap quilts. I'm just going to go back. Here we go. Here we are here. So she's got this lap quilt here, Be Happy, and using beautiful traditional quilting patterns and designs, which is nice to honor our wonderful ancestors who developed these things. And you can see there's the other side of it there. She shows it both sides, and look at the beautiful quilting that she does. So really a beautiful, beautiful item, having a quilt. Someone who appreciates quilting. And then let's go back to her, because she's also doing pillows. So these are the beautiful pillows that she has. Now these, you buy the actual cover, so you can put this on any pillow. She doesn't send the pillow. You have always got extra pillows around, but you've got some great, beautiful colors here. Again, this is called the Cathedral Window Pillow. So this is a traditional quilting pattern and design that is been around for a long, long time. So there's a beautiful designs there. Look how pretty that is. Isn't that nice? And this is showing the back and how you actually, there's a slip, you put it in there. Easy to get your pillow in there. So lovely, lovely. And it's so great. I'm so excited to have quilts on our shop finally. So that's great. And she's got a great deal. So if you spend $50, you get 15% off for the weekend. And she's also got deals on her clutches, and she gives also a free gift when you order something from her. So she gives you a handmade key fob that she's made. So lots of wonderful ways to shop with EMA Designs. So have a look at Design Traders. Have a look at her handmade stuff. So I'm just going to go over to get you ready for our GripStir video. And we'll watch a little bit. GripStir, Timothy Hellum, lovely man, and he makes handmade wooden tools, kitchen tools, and I've featured him before on one of our Artfest days, because I love what he does, and he's a great participant too. He's always sending me new things. He again sent me a new product to put in the shop, which you can find on that new product page. Items there, so as a spoon rest. And we've also finally got his shipping parameters sorted out finally today. It takes time sometimes to figure out what's going to work for each artist. So with him, you spend $60 and you get free shipping. And so all you gotta do is buy a couple of things. Buy 2 of his wooden utensils. They're beautifully made. I have some of them. The way they sit in your hand, the wood, the craftsmanship is outstanding. It's something you'll have in your family for 100 years. Honestly, they last forever. I'm not exaggerating. He actually has a spoon. He'll tell you in his video that he's had for like 100 years. So anyways, I'm just going to switch over to the screen here to share, and then we'll watch a little bit about Tim and his interview with Artfest. Hang on here. Get my screen over there again. And I just don't know what this does. It says off to my screen for video clips. So hopefully it's gonna be okay. Here we go, start.
Yes, I can.
Oh, good. Can see you too.
Great.
Welcome.
Thank you.
So that should be some fun.
Yes. I've been working in the shop all day.
Yeah, I typed up some questions here.
Okay.
Just thought we'd chat for, I'm just turn this off for a second, it's recording. Hi Tim, how are you doing?
I'm doing well, thank you, Lory.
Good. Welcome to our online Artfest chat.
Thank you.
We're going to be talking with Timothy Hellum today, and from GripStir, and we're going to see what all he's up to in his workshop. He makes wonderful handcrafted items.
Thank you.
Thanks for joining us.
Sure.
So you make a lot of practical and useful items out of wood. What do you make? What all do you make?
Well, I've always been sort of motivated to make things that are useful immediately. So that's the first directive for me anyway, in making something. And the second thing is how something feels in your hand, because I make hand tools to be used by hand. And so smoothness is important. So sanding is a big part of my life. But I start off making kitchen tools, and those primarily can comprise what GripStir makes, or I make for GripStir. So anything from several different types of spatulas to salad tongs to small hand butter knives, or sometimes they're called spreaders, and charcuterie boards and chopping boards and various shapes and sizes, that sort of thing. But all things that you can use immediately in your kitchen.
Oh, that's great. Yeah, I guess the actual design of the the spoon and the tool is actually a pretty complicated process, I would think, to get the right curves and the right feel and the right handle. And how do you go about doing that part?
Well, it sort of started with some of the old tools that I have that belonged to my mother and my grandmother, who fortunately were passed down to me. And they primarily were flat, a flat spatula, and a flat handle. And I still use them in my kitchen. A couple of the spoons that I have, in fact, are about 100 years old now, but I still use them. I decided I needed to feel them differently in my hand, and so I generally start in Illustrator and on the computer, and I draw the shape out that I like to the outline, and then once I've done that, I transfer that design to paper, and I take the paper and I trace it out to make just a basic blank shape, like you might buy a key blank before you cut it, that sort of thing. Right. And then having done that, I use that blank to actually draw on the piece of wood that I'm going to use, outline the shape. And so I will, excuse me, I'll take a piece of wood like this. I don't know if you can see it, but there are several shapes drawn on there, pre-shaped. And then use a bandsaw or a jigsaw to cut the actual shape out. So this is a raw piece, and then I use a sander to round the handle, and this one you can see is still square, and in some cases I'll take a different pieces of wood on either side and clamp them together to create a different wood above and below on the handle, just to give it a bit of visual variation. Okay,
well, I just feel like if things are flat, then all of a sudden you want to do. Like if you have a spatula and it's going along and it's going to have a bend in it, that takes a pretty big, wide piece of wood, right? It's like all of a sudden I'm just realizing that's a lot of wood in a piece.
Yes, as you can see, that's a fairly wide piece there. But yet the finished piece will be a fraction of that width, will be the working piece. But I need the depth to get a curve through it this way. It would be easy enough to make a flat spatula, but if you make a spatula or a butter knife or so with the curve to it, it allows you, when you're actually cooking and stirring things and turning food over inside of a skillet or a pan, a curve will help facilitate that.
Right, yeah. So I saw on your in your notes that you choose wood and you use a legacy cut board. What is that?
These are boards that I find from particularly a couple of places, a lumber mill mainly north of me here in Bowmanville, called the Tyrone Mill. Maybe some of the people watching this may have heard of the mill. It was founded in 1846 and is still running to this day. It's an amazing place. But he's got an awful lot of boards that were cut at that mill, water power cut, back in the 30s and 40s. And they've been sitting around. And some of them are woods that people don't normally use, like bird's eye maple or butternut isn't used very much anymore, primarily because there's a moratorium on cutting butternut trees. And these boards have been sitting stacked in several sheds, particularly at this one mill, since that time. So that is what I mean when I mean legacy cut. They still have the same saw blades and saw marks and stuff. They were cut by these enormous round blades, 50 and 60 years ago.
Oh wow! So I guess if they've been sitting that long, they have to cure, and are they kiln? Is that what that termination is? That kiln dried? Is that what you call it?
Well, back in the day, they didn't do kiln drying. Back then, they just put them in these outdoor sheds, and I suppose hope that people would just come and buy. And in many cases, some of these old odds and sods woods weren't purchased, and so they just remained in the shed. And so kiln drying is often used for modern woods, but these particular ones have been sitting. They've been naturally drying for that period of time.
Right. So do you have a favorite kind of wood that you like to work with?
I do. I love working with cherry wood. I make most of everything I make is out of cherry. It's very sculptural and cuts easily. And on the spectrum of softwoods and hardwoods, cherry is on the lower end, the softer end of the hardwoods, but it remains a hardwood. So it's a wonderful tone to the wood and color. And I think from a kind of a peach red to a dark red to a medium sort of rouge color.
Oh, nice. And it's all your pieces are made with Canadian hardwood. Is that right?
They are, yes. Yeah, maple and walnut and bird's eye maple, that sort of thing.
Yeah, and I also noticed that if you wanted to buy something from you on your website or on the Artfest store, that you have a choice. You can buy birch, maple, cherry, and what's the other one? Is there four?
Walnut.
Walnut, right?
Yeah.
And what's the most popular? Or
I sell a lot of different types in person at shows like Artfest. Last year at the distillery, it was a great success. And I put out a variety of woods, and I suppose because I'm partial to cherry, I tend to market that one a little bit better, but I'm certainly open to whatever of those woods that it mentioned that I'm happy to make for people.
Yeah, well, I know I don't know if you saw our show when I talked to you the other day, but I actually have my spatula here.
Yes, that's cherry.
Love it. I use it every day. I mean, great. I mean, I love wooden tools myself, so I know they last forever, and they just get better and better.
They do. They pick up little nicks and things. I, for instance, if I'm stirring with a spatula and there's some food on it and you bang it on the pot to get rid of it, you'll end up with some marks and things on it. But I don't mind that at all for myself personally, because that's some character building over time.
So interesting too in your bio. I mean, you have a quite a background. You've studied historical linguistics, still photography and darkroom, printmaking, and enterprise IT.
Yes, indeed. Yeah.
That's among your interests. And how do they play a role at all in the GripStir business?
Well, my career right now is primarily in enterprise IT, and the fact that I can work with something that's made out of wood with my hands, out of a blank piece of wood, that sort of creation in a very manual sense is something that is completely opposite to what I do for my career. And so that's appealing to me because it's other. And I guess I started out in the humanities and moved to photo and studied photo at Ryerson many years ago, and now work in IT. It's a broad range of things to have studied.
Yeah, man with many hats. I know that did take note that you take really good product photos.
Oh, thank you.
It's a very challenging thing to do. So you've really got it nailed down with that. Your photos are absolutely beautiful and great off on the Artfest website. So it's easy to feature you. So you were mentioning that you're in Bowmanville. That's where your workshop is? Yeah.
I live here. My children I have two children. One's now in university, but my other goes to a school right nearby, a high school.
Oh, nice. Yeah, Bowmanville's a nice area. So you must have a lot of people that collect your work, because I do find that you customers pick up a piece and come back and add to their collection.
Yes, I've had that happen occasionally. I've been at some other shows in Toronto, and somebody will come to me and say, "Hey, I was at your distillery show, and I bought this piece from you," and I'm so glad that they have, and they've come back to pick up a complimentary piece in the same wood or a different piece.
Yeah, that's great, and that's what comes when when you're doing this for a while and you build your customer base and do shows. I mean, you sort of become well known, so, like a craft show kind of rock star, right?
Well, I don't know if that's the case, but I certainly am appreciative when people remember me. That's nice.
Yeah, well. What is it that you love doing about the shows in person and being in person at a show?
Well, it's funny. I work alone in solitary sense, and I really appreciate that. I'm able to focus and concentrate. The ability to concentrate on one thing is not something that we're able to do so much these days anymore. We're multitask like crazy, and I certainly do that during the week in my career. So it's nice to be able to focus on a single thing. And when you do that, you can run the risk of not socializing as much as you probably ought to. And it was a wonderful surprise to start attending shows and find out how engaging it can be to talk to complete strangers. And as you know, and I'm sure many of the people or vendors who might be watching, you have to kind of be a salesman all the time. You have to be on at the show all the time. So I don't like to sit down. I stand all the time. And I put things in people's hands as I'm talking to them. And you need to sell what you're doing, and you can't sort of sit back and wait for people to sort of pick things up. And so I discovered I love talking to people, much to my surprise. So it's been a real treat, and people are interested and engaged, and yeah, I'm delighted. It's a wonderful process to talk to people.
Yeah, it's a nice balance. I know whenever, when you get there, you set up and you arrive, and then all you have to do is worry about selling and talking to people. You don't have to worry about anything else. It's really a great, it's almost like a little holiday. But
it is. Isn't that true? Yeah.
Yeah. There you go. There's my interview with Tim from GripStir, and he's one of the one of the artists that's really been impacted by not doing shows, because wood is a very tactile product, and you want to touch it. When you walk up to a booth and you see wood, you just want to rub, touch it with your hands. I don't know, that's what I like to do anyway. But he does a great job with his like I mentioned in the interview with his photography. I'll just take you over to his shop, because in our shop here, because he's it's funny, in the end, I always get his name. I always say Grip and Stir. To me, it's like Grip and Stir. No, but it's GripStir. GripStir. It's supposed to be one word, but it's like GripStir, Hipster, like I say. But anyways, that's just going to go over to his site here, and I'll just show you. Let's share the screen again here. You can have a look. Yeah, so he does great. Oh, here's not a great example here. Let me just go here. When you're trying to sell something like this online, you need to have a lot of pictures to try to recreate the picture, the thing for the customer. So look at this great job he's done here with all these different shots. He's showed here, how to job with showing us what it's like. You could actually almost imagine holding it. I think he's done and he shows his hand here and shows it at all different positions and different wood, and so you can really get a sense of his product really, really well online. And so if you can imagine what it feels like, that's what it's going to feel like. And it's going to show you. And he also, if you go to his main collection, it's just going to show you a little bit about there's so many ways to search on the Artfest website. It's really a fun thing to navigate through. It really is. You've got so many different options. You can do by collection. You can do it by search names. You can do it on the side window bar here. There's so many ways you can do it. But I just got this then these great, here's an example. I wanted to show you this because I was trying to figure out how to show it to you today when we were running it, but I couldn't figure it out. But here we go, watch this. This is Tim making how he does it. me, oh my God, this does to make it with one spoon. It's like building a flipping house. It's so much work. And what a love a craft. You have to love what you do to be able to do that for a lot of things. So, and $45, like, oh, it's $45 for a spoon, but oh my God, it's something that so much work. I mean, it should be like $300 for the time that goes in to make it. But no, he makes it for $45. What a great, sorry. What a great, sorry, get rid of that. So anyways, what a great product. And he works so hard and he does a beautiful job with all his stuff. So encourage you to check that out on our shop. So I haven't mentioned our shop much today. It seems the whole day, hours gone by. It's already after 3 o'clock. I can't believe it, but it's, I'm Lory MacDonald from Artfest Ontario. And we're doing these live events to keep connected to our audience with all of the artists that do all of our shows and are basically stranded at the moment, trying to figure out a way to stay connected and continue making a living with in their craft. So it's not like they can go out and get a job. Who can get a job these days right now? It's not an easy thing. When you're an artist your whole life and that's all you know, then you know a lot and you've got multi-talented, you wear many hats. But it's, even though myself, I think, oh my God, how would I ever, put my name, what would I do, put on a resume? Like, what would I do? I don't know how I would ever work, for anybody else. Even though I've got many, many skills and so do the artists over the years, they just can't imagine doing anything else. It's a tough situation to be in. Still hoping, every day we keep hoping we're going to hear good news and that we can have an event. And that we've been sitting on pins and needles every minute all through the whole summer and now into the fall, thinking, oh, we're going to be able to have our Christmas show, but no, we're not going to be able to have our Christmas show. So it's frustrating, for event producers. We've just been wiped out. What are we going to do? Like, how do we carry on doing the event producers? That's what we've always done. So this is our new way of doing things. I hope you're enjoying it. We're learning too, like we're not experts at everything. And I think that's why I got upset earlier, because I'm sad about not being able to be alive, at our shows. But anyways, God, here we go again. It's like start talking about that. So anyway, stop. So it's supposed to be happy. You have to go. Please go to our shop. You can get there lots of ways. Our Artfest Ontario website, there's lots of links. It's a so separate website we built because we needed to do something powerful and strong so that we could have lots of artists on there with lots of products and be able to showcase them in a really great way. Our website is beautiful and very functional. I've got a chat bot going on there that's new for us. And unfortunately, yesterday I didn't know how to turn the chat bot on. So I missed some chatting that was going on in the afternoon. I thought, oh, it's weird. Anyway, because I didn't, have my chat bot hours set up properly. So we're open today and available to chat. If you're on there and you have a question, I'm here on the computer, so I'll be able to answer your questions as soon as our event's over here. So thanks for waiting patiently for that. The music that we had planned this weekend, we were hoping to have Hazel and David Wipper on live actually this weekend. But we had there was a change of plans. They can't do it. So that's no problem. We had a little snippet of their music today. But Hazel and David had a long career in their music, with their music. And they, on their website, Marianne did share their website with you. They're writing all their own music these days, their own tunes, all original compositions. Beautiful. Hazel's voice is beautiful. David's guitar is outstanding. Encourage you to listen there. You can, listen on their website. You can buy their tunes on everywhere the usual places are that you can buy music. So encourage you to do that too, because we want to make sure the musicians are able to carry on with their lives as well. So I guess we missed one more activity that it's 3:15. I guess I can scoot over quickly. I know Marianne's probably driving me going crazy over there, but I didn't do our kids activity yet. So let me just quickly share our screen one more time. And you don't have to watch it if you don't want to, I know, but you can, this is all recorded anyway, and you can access it from many different ways. You can access it on our website, And I'll put the recording there on I put it up, our yesterday's recording on our Artfest Shop. And it's also on Facebook and on YouTube. So lots of places you can watch if you don't want to stay. So here is our children's program. Sabrina Parrish is our children's art director. And she put these together. It's so much fun for kids. Lots of fun. Yeah, so we have a whole bunch of kids activities on the Artfest Ontario website under Artfest Kingston and Kids. So have a look at those. If you've got little ones, they're all targeted to do with your kids, as a family, or with a friend, outside. Easy, quick things, good ideas. Thank you, Sabrina Parrish, for that. She's a magic with all the kids programming, and I always love whatever she does. She's amazing. So she does all of our programming for our shows in Kingston and for Toronto. So, and right now she's just became a teacher, a public school teacher. So congratulations, Sabrina, on that. And now she's doing substitute teaching right now, or what do we call it, until she can get a full-time position. But lots of teachers, full-time teachers, don't want to be in the schools right now. So she's been busy working full-time in the school system. So that's great. So I guess that's, what else did I do? I forget to do anything else here? And there's a few other artists I wanted to talk about, but we're here again tomorrow, so I'll talk more about those. Again, please take a look at the website. It's shop.artfestontario.com, and have a look at our beautiful store. There's lots of things to buy. There's some great deals this weekend. You know, there's discounts and free shipping and gifts added, and lots of really fun things to do. You can imagine we have over, I don't want to overwhelm, but we probably have over 3,500 different items on there. But lots to explore. It's easy to find a way around there, and I hope you have a look. So that's it for today. Sorry for I had my little teary thing there earlier. I guess I just get emotional when I think about all the shows and what we're up to. So what we're doing right now. So see you tomorrow at 2 o'clock live. And I'm Lory MacDonald from Artfest Ontario. So see you tomorrow. Thanks. Bye.